Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, let's get some film going. Tape our lessons for today. Let's turn my background on. Yeah, and we should be good to go. All right. All right. Hey, everybody. Ah! Hello, Mr. Carver. Well, Mr. Carver's head here, telling you today about our activities. So we have got to get started on computer programming. Computer programming is a big part of computer science, and we don't have many days to get into it, so we got to get started right away. Now, for some of you, you may not have worked with computer coding in almost over a year, maybe even 2 years, depending on when you went into lockdown. You may have had me last year in like January, but if you were supposed to have me in March, then you wouldn't have. So it would have been the year before that you would have actually had any sort of work with this. So some of the things that we're going to do today might come back to you real quickly. Some of you might catch on and be like, oh, that's right, I remember doing this. And some, it might almost be brand new to you. So we're going to warm up today with a few puzzles that will hopefully get us back into this idea of how do we build step-by-step directions to solve some sort of problem or complete some sort of task. That idea of building step-by-step directions is called an algorithm. Algorithms are ways that we can tell the computer exactly the steps they need to do the thing we tell them to do. Remember, computers don't think for themselves. I know that sometimes they may think that or it may look like they think, but they don't actually think. We tell them what to think, and we do that with these algorithms, these directions on how to do something. So let's go ahead and get into our coding work today, our computer programming work, so that you can become computer scientists that know how to make computers do what you need them to do. To get to code.org, we're going to go to my website, and we're going to scroll down on my website until we get to the CODE right here. Once we find and click on the CODE, then we need to find our grade. And from here, we'll need to find our teacher and click on their picture. After that, we are going to see all of our names. We'll find our name, and then it'll ask for 2 secret words. Now, I put these secret words into Google Classroom. It's a message that I probably sent you. So look in your stream for the message from me. I put them there in Google Classroom instead of this website because I just wanted it to be a little bit more safe and secure, so only you guys have access to it and can't be something that maybe somebody else out there in the interweb stumbles across and gets into your account. So that's one way I'm trying to protect your privacy that way. So find that that password list, find your name and your 2 secret passwords. Now, when you do enter in your passwords, these have to be absolutely perfect. Your spelling has to be perfect. It can't be just close enough because this is a password. So when I'm trying to spell my words and I might make a mistake and sign in, it's going to kick me out and say, oh, nope, 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 try again. This is how we make sure that your account is safe. It has to be absolutely perfect. So only 1 space in between and no spaces afterwards. None of these passwords have any sort of capital letters. Just go ahead and spell it perfectly, sign in. I know the passwords work. And then finally, you'll be able to see this. Here we go. Okay, so we are in course D, and we're going to start with sequencing. You'll see some of the other activities we're going to do. We're actually going to build a basketball game next. We're going to build a Star Wars game. We're going to work with loops, especially like in the movie Ice Age. And then we're also going to work with what are called nested loops. Those are loops inside of loops. We also are going to work with this idea of a conditional. Conditional are if and else statements. That means that if something happens, the computer will do something, and else it'll do something else. So in some ways, an if and else or a conditional statement is how a computer actually makes a decision. It's how games are made to be fun because it's how you have different options, different levels, different speeds, different weapons, whatever it is that you're building in your computer game. So we've got a lot of really cool things that we're going to do in our programming part of computer science. So we're going to start right up here with number 2, this one right here. So we're going to try and work our way through these puzzles right here. Okay, these ones right here, online puzzles. We're going to start right here with the video. Now, go ahead and watch the video, and when you're done with the video, we're going to go ahead and push continue. So here's how these online puzzles will work. This is our warm-up. In Angry Birds right here, we're going to have an Angry Bird, and that Angry Bird has to smash that pig. In order to get to that pig, we need to tell that pig to move, or excuse me, we need to tell the bird to move forward and move forward again. That bird is going to go this direction because that's the direction he's facing, and then we're going to push run, and it will jump that way. Now, a big difference that you might notice, if you were a person that remembered last time we did this, you had north, south, east, and west arrows, and so you could tell the bird to go up or left or right or down, whatever that might be. We don't have that this time. Now we have to tell the bird to we only have go forward, and that's it. And so in some of these puzzles, when we eventually get to them, we're going to have to actually turn the bird, but still only be able to move forward with them. So here's an example of how that's going to work. So in this one, I can actually see that the bird is going to go forward, and then the bird is going to have to turn. Notice how now I only have turn left and turn right blocks. So the bird has to go forward, and then it says that we're going to turn left and go forward again. Now in this puzzle, we actually have an additional piece, something extra. The directions tell us that we need to throw this blue block away. The gray blocks have to be used. We can't throw them away, and they also are in the right order. These ones are in the right order. So what we have to do is just do the blue one. To get to just the blue one, we're going to grab the block underneath. Then we'll grab the blue one and click and drag it into the trash. Then we're going to reconnect. By reconnecting, we're going to grab the top block, not the middle, not the bottom. If you grab the middle or the bottom, the whole thing becomes disconnected. And it's really important that you don't just put them back in any order. It has to be in the right order. For example, I see move forward, move forward. If I grabbed it here, move forward, move forward, move forward, turn left, that bird is going to go forward, and he's going to run right into that TNT. Forward, forward, kaboom. So it has to be in the right order. Let me start over here. I'm going to disconnect, grab and trash, and then grab from the top, because now the algorithm says go forward, turn left, go forward, go forward. Let's see how this plays out. Go forward, turn left, forward, forward. So now we're going to try and do that same thing with our Angry Bird in this level here, only we have to build the code ourselves. So now we're going to have our Angry Bird. Let's have our Angry Bird go forward, but now I can't go forward again because I'm going to run in that TNT. So instead, I've got to figure out how is the bird going to turn. And that's a little bit tricky because it's not turning based on your right and your left. It's turning based on how the bird is facing. It's the bird's right and the bird's left. Here, let me show you what that's going to look like. The Angry Bird has to turn, and it's turning based on how it's looking. This is the way that the Angry Bird looks. So that means that the Angry Bird's left would actually go this way, and the Angry Bird's right would go this way. Since we want the Angry Bird to go down, we're going to turn the Angry Bird to the right. So in our problem here, we're going to say Angry Bird needs to turn to the right, like so. Let me just check it. I like to build these puzzles like one step at a time to see if they actually work and do the things I do. Oh, good. So you turn the right way, and now, in order to get the bird to go to the next box, notice that just by turning doesn't get him to move. So I'm going to have to actually move forward in order to get into that next box. There, here, here, good. Now I've got to turn the Angry Bird again. So I got to figure out what direction that is. So the direction here, if I got to get my Angry Bird to turn, first I look to see who he's facing. He's facing down. So if I were also facing down in that direction, This direction here would be the Angry Bird's left. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my Angry Bird to the left. And remember, turn is just a turn. The Angry Bird should face the pig, but it won't smash the pig until I tell him to move forward into that space. Let's see what happens here. So he goes right, forward, left, and smash. It'll be important that we remember which way we're turning. So I've included kind of a little cheat sheet to help you, and it's going to look like this. If the Angry Bird faces up, his left is over here, and his right would turn him this way. If the Angry Bird is down, notice how the right is opposite of how he would be facing. Same thing's true with you. You can try that in your chair. Look to the left, hold out your left and right like this, okay? Left and right, and then turn to the other way, and you'll notice it points the opposite way. So how you face changes what's left and right. How the bird faces also changes its left and right. Let me see about another puzzle real fast. So in this one, okay, so I got my Angry Bird. He's going to go forward a couple of times, and then I'm going to have to make him turn to get to that pig. So let's see, which way would I have him turn here? I've got my Angry Bird looking like this. I need him to go this way, so I'm going to use a turn left block there to be able to do the rest of my work. Let me see, turn left. Does that work? Let's see, we'll move forward, turn. Oh, good, it did turn in the right way, but I'm not done because I also have to have the bird go forward, let's see, 2 times in order to smash that pig. You're going to work your way through these puzzles and the other puzzles too. Get through this first level here to be able to complete your work, your tasks for today. If you can and try and go on to the next level, you can try and do that too. That next level, if I take a look at it real quick, that next level would come right here, and you can give it a shot to see if you can kind of figure out how that works as well. And that's what we're going to do for computer science today. Can you believe it? Give me 5. I'm going to have you work on these puzzles. We're going to be working a lot with code.org, so go ahead and give it a try. If you want to work ahead, that's up to you. That's fine. I'd love for you to try and complete as many puzzles as you can. Just know that I'll be kind of explaining, I'll have you assigned different puzzles as we continue to go on and on and on. I really like the idea that my hands are just floating here. Woo, woo, look at that. Okay. All right. If you have questions or anything like that, email me or email. Well, you can kind of put it in Google Classroom. I don't really check Google Classroom a whole lot just because there's a lot of classes that I'm a part of, and I'm also doing in-person teaching, but your teacher would probably let me know if you did leave a message in there, so you can do that too. All right, have fun. Remember, computer science is changing the world, and you get to be a part of that change. I'll see you next time.